Hi, my name is Victoria Nielsen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is day 9 of our Abundance Meditation Challenge. And the phrase of the day is, "Today and every day I give that which I wish to receive." Please make sure to write it down and to think about it throughout the day. When it comes to the meditation and the exercise, I would recommend to reverse them today. So to meditate first and then to complete the exercise afterwards. And the exercise is very interesting. You would need to write down a list of your shortcomings, personality traits, flaws that you have that prevent you from achieving your goals. It's very interesting, right? And before writing that down, I would also recommend to give a thought to a big picture, to your goals in your life. And think about your life in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Write down everything. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to live? What kind of family do you want to have? What kind of career do you want to have if you want to have one? Are you going to have, any hobbies? Like, are you going to be traveling? Are you going to live in a house or an apartment? Do you want to have a dog? Just let your imagination run free and write down everything that you think you might want to have in a certain period of time. And with that in mind, let's write down your current personality traits that prevent you from achieving those goals. When it comes to my personal experience, I noticed that this list changed for me throughout the time. If we are going back to 2016, my list consisted of the following. First, I had a major imposter syndrome, right? As someone who came from a small town in Ukraine to the United States, obsessed with an American dream, I developed this worry that I wasn't just good enough, that my education wasn't good enough, that my knowledge, my experience was not applicable, and that there's no way that I would be able to build a career that I will actually be passionate about. And it was really funny because if I really wanted, to be a boss lady and to work in office, so let's say this dream was on the right side, I kept on running to the left because I was staying in my comfort zone and I was looking for jobs. If I needed more money, I would be just looking for another job and I would be getting another service job, like working as a bartender or a server. So the paths never crossed, right? And in order for me to start moving to the right, I actually had to change direction. So that was my issue number 1. My issue number 2, I would not say that I'm a perfectionist, but I had little traits of that. Especially it came to English, right? Because I was confident that I would not be able to work in the office until my English is perfect. And thanks God I didn't wait for that time, because now 7 years later, my English is still far from perfect. And if I hadn't started looking for a job back then, I think I would still be at the initial stage of me wanting to become a professional working in the office. My issue number 3 was that I was lacking self-discipline, right? Like, for instance, if I wanted to be getting up early in the morning to be able to go to the gym before I start my day, but then I would stay up partying all night, and then in the morning, of course, it would be problematic to get up and even make it to work in time. Those two things were not cohesive. Like I was not able to be an early bird while going to bed late at night, right? So, those little realizations and pivots help me in the big time, in the big picture. But yeah, when you will be writing this list for yourself, though, please make sure to be as detailed as possible. For instance, if you are going to write down "I don't have time" as a reason for why you cannot achieve a certain goal, let's think about it in the big picture. So that means that it's not a priority for you because for all the things that we generally are able to find time in a day, especially if it's a new project. You could start it as little as 5-10 minutes a day, just doing research, compiling all of the facts together, putting the picture in order for you to have motivation to proceed this project further. And if you're going to write down that you're lacking motivation, as I mentioned before, it's much better Sometimes to start doing something, even with the small steps, and then the first results are going to give you that pump and boost of motivation that you might need to finish the project. If you're going to write down something along the lines like, oh, I'm just lazy, think about self-discipline and so on and so on. So yeah, I think this exercise is going to be very interesting, and please let me know in the comments if you liked it and if you had any aha moments. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, share it if you know that it will be helpful for someone, and I will see you soon.